What's going on, everybody? It's Jack. Welcome to this week's video. Today I'll be taking you through my full back and bicep workout. We're gonna do a little bit different than normal. I'm actually going to go ahead and film everything and then do a voiceover. Instead of breaking up my sets, talking to you guys, explaining what I'm doing, I might as well just show you guys what I'm doing as I talk about it. First things first, we got some pull-ups. We're gonna do a warm-up and then, yeah, I'll see you at the voiceover. To start off my back and bicep workout, I use a vertical pulling movement. In this case, it's the pull-ups. I do 5 sets of 10 reps. This is a great movement to target your lats as well as other muscles in your upper and mid back. I always start my workouts with pull-ups ever since I started working out with calisthenic movements. This is a great movement to prime the back and build width. Keys here are to keep your thumbs over the bar like a hook grip. You wanna pull your elbows to your back pockets and keep a tight grip and try to supinate as you pull or twist the bar, pinkies coming in towards you. This will really help you set your shoulders back and down, as well as make sure you are pulling using your lats rather than your rhomboids. After pull-ups, I move to a horizontal pulling movement, in this case, the barbell row. I do 4 sets of 10 to 12. I use this to build my mid-back thickness, as well as lower back development. It requires a lot of stability in the lower back, and we wanna make sure we are bracing and keeping our spine neutral as we do this movement. Start by lowering the upper part of the body by pushing the hips back with a slight bend of the knees. And then as we pull, we wanna pull with a outside shoulder width grip and pull to our mid stomach or mid abs. This is a great movement to build overall thickness in the back, and we wanna make sure we are not using too much momentum and that we have control of the bar. As you can see, I'm using some grip assists. This is just make sure that my grip is not failing before my back does. I highly recommend some form of grip assistance for heavy rows. After my barbell rows, I go to another vertical pulling movement, in this case, the neutral grip chin-ups for 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps. You could also do this on a cable or lat pull-down machine at the gym. This is a great way to target the lower lats as your lower lat fibers run at a higher angle. So by having a neutral grip as well as your elbows in front of your body, it targets the lower lats a little bit better than a traditional pull-up. And this also is a great way to start to incorporate your biceps into the workout. You wanna have a slight lean back, keep your elbows close to your side, pulling them down to your hips. Once again, we're staying tight, slow, and controlled, just like the pull-up. We control our body weight all the way up, all the way down. After the neutral grip chin-ups, we go to another horizontal pulling motion. In this case, the chest supported dumbbell row. I also do this for 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps. This is in order to build more back thickness with a slightly different angle for some lat development as well. The chest supported allows me to keep my lower back out of the movement and restricts my momentum. So notice that the angle I'm pulling at is not straight up, but actually at a slight angle. If it was straight up, it would be targeting the rear delts more, but in order to target the lats and mid back, we wanna make sure it's more of a sweeping motion, a slight angle that we're pulling at, not directly up. After the chest supported dumbbell rows, we move on to the straight arm pull down. I perform this for 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. This is another great exercise that I've added recently into my back workouts because I feel such a good mind-muscle connection when performing it. I didn't really use it much before. I saw it, I believe, on Instagram one time, and I decided to try it out. The mind-muscle connection was there immediately, so I kept doing it. In this case, we're gonna make sure we keep the elbow joint locked, and we're focusing on pulling with our wrists to our hips. This is a great way to make sure that we aren't just pulling with a row, but rather we are pulling down with straight arms. Otherwise, if you bend the elbows and focus on the elbows going back, it's gonna be more of a row. We wanna make sure we get those wrists to our hips and use our shoulders as stabilizers, not as the prime movers in this case. After these straight arm pull downs, we'll move on to our biceps for the day. In this case, our first exercise is going to be the easy bar curl. I perform 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. We wanna make sure we go heavy here. This is our main bicep mass builder. We'll make sure we keep our elbows close to our sides, minimize momentum, and minimize shoulder flexion. As the set progresses at maybe rep 9, 10, 11, we will allow a little bit of momentum to squeeze out those last few reps. We wanna make sure we fight the negative and are not truly swinging, but just use a little bit of momentum at the bottom to get the weight up. A little momentum at the end of your sets can be used to push through failure points. Other than that, I try to keep strict form with all my movements. And the last workout for the day, we are moving on to the incline dumbbell curl. We are going to be doing 3 sets of 10 to 12 here. This is in order to target the long head of the bicep. So first things first, we wanna make sure we have a slight angle on the bench, and then while sitting back, we want to keep our elbows out at a slight angle, maybe around 45 degrees, with our triceps pressed against the bench. As we curl up, we want to minimize momentum and squeeze each rep out at the top and twist our pinkies. We wanna make sure that we are supinating as we come up, or twisting our pinkies to the sky in order to emphasize our bicep contraction. This is a great finisher for the biceps, and I will always try to go as heavy as I can, squeeze out those last few curls, and even let myself go to complete failure on my very last set. Alrighty, so that wraps up my back and bicep workout. As you can see, I'm doing a little bit of posing here. I know I am extremely burnt. My back is very red. Ignore that, and let's focus on the definition that's starting to come in now that we're halfway through my cut. We are just finishing up week 6 of 12 on my cut. I'm feeling leaner. I don't really have too many cravings. The true deep cut feelings of always being tired, lazy, just unmotivated, exhausted has not quite happened yet, and I'm very pleased. I think I've done a good job of keeping this at a small deficit, taking it nice and slow. I'm giving myself plenty of time to cut this weight, cut the fat, while holding on to my muscle, my energy, all of that kind of stuff. Overall, very pleased. I feel like I'm looking pretty good. I definitely need to work on some posing. It's not my strong point, but regardless, happy with where we are. Other than that, I wanna say thank you guys for tuning in. I'll definitely do more of these voiceovers, giving you a little bit more information about how I train. Until the next one though, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to leave a thumbs up, comment on what exercises or what workout you wanna see next, and yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. All right, see you guys next time. Peace.